Okay, so we just finished watching the movie together from 2025, starring Dave Franco and Alison Brie. Should I give a spoiler-free
No,
summary?
we're just gonna spoil the whole shit.
Spoil it.
You spoil the whole shit. If
Basically,
you're watching this podcast, you're gonna get spoiled. I'm sorry.
Okay,
so just real quick, right? This is your chance to not get spoiled and go watch the movie. But spoiling happening in 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Okay, so basically, Tim is I don't want to say failure, but I don't want to say loser either, because I don't know if that's a nice thing to say. Would you categorize him as a loser?
Yeah, he's a loser. He's 35 years old, and he still cannot drive. He only have a permit.
Yeah.
Right? Spoiler.
Yeah.
But he can drive, only have a permit, and he want to be an artist in the age of 35. While his girl, not even fiance yet,
Millie,
been together for what?
Say over a decade.
Decade at this point, and you still don't want to marry her.
Yeah.
You know?
She proposed to him and he didn't say yes, jumping the gun. But basically, Millie gets the opportunity.
It wasn't a real proposal because she didn't even bring a ring. It was just like can we?
It's like, do you want to? You know? And he was just like,
he was frozen. All right, we skipping. We're skipping.
Bro, okay.
Let's get there.
Let's give a brief summary of the entire story, right? Millie, she's a teacher. She got this job opportunity to go move to this remote area to work in this school. And Tim, being her partner, as they say in the movie, is basically just tagging along. Basically, Millie feels like he's dead weight in a way. Tim knows that he's dead weight. Everyone around him also knows that. He's a failed musician and he's just going with the flow. The way that I take it, his parents used to own the house, so this is his childhood home, right?
I don't remember clearly, but let's go with that.
Yeah, either that or they just moved into this, or maybe
no, it had nothing to do with Dave Franco family because it was just like a story about like how he felt about the dead rats, but it had nothing to do with the house because the house she got was because of what she moved into. Okay. She had the money for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because then that kind of destroys the theory that I have later on, but we're jumping the gun anyways. But they move into this house, remote in the middle of nowhere. She starts working in this school as a teacher. He's still trying to do his musician stuff. After they decided to explore around the area, which mind you is in the woods, practically the middle of nowhere, they fall into this hole that leads into a cave, and they end up getting stuck there for the night. It's raining, so they choose to just camp out, spend the night there. They didn't have any water, so they drank from an unknown pool in this really dark cave. They woke up, and they were stuck together.
Yes.
It hurt to remove themselves, and they're like, that was weird. You could visibly see like a scar on their leg when they got up. But they climbed out, and they thought, okay, everything's fine. But eventually, Tim starts feeling this like uncontrollable sensation whenever Millie leaves him that he needs to be with her. And then they both end up feeling this thing where they just need to be next to each other consistently. It's like a parasite is in them that wants to just consistently like be connected with each other, you know? Mm-hmm. Eventually, short story long story short, we find out that there was a cult in the exact area that they are that did this ritual, that if you find your soulmate, they would basically have you drink this water and you guys will become one. Her neighbor, who's also her coworker, did that ritual, and he's basically him and his husband mixed into one. Yeah. So the point is to have Tim and Millie also mixed into each other. They were trying to fight it. They were trying to, avoid having that happen to them. But ultimately, to save Millie's life, Tim decides that let's just merge together so that we could just be one because we love each other and we want to spend the rest of our lives together. Mm-hmm. So in the end, they ended up merging into one creepy-ass looking person. And that's basically
fucked up to the fucking actor. But
I hope that's not a real actor. I honestly hope that that's CGI.
That's a real person you violated.
Wait, no, is that if that's a real person, I'm gonna cut this out because that's actually really messed up.
Ugly ass dude.
He looked creepy. He looked very creepy.
He looked weird, but probably a person you violated.
But when I put him in the movie, he doesn't show up. I don't know. Well,
all right, let's. I mean, you want to keep it like very safe and tame. I mean, if you don't care, you could leave that shit in. That shit's funny. It's a creepy ass dude.
He looked fucking creepy, or it looks fucking creepy. That just looked hella scary. He looked scary. Imagine you as a parent going to.
Yeah, like the parent coming in, like the parent come in for the fucking dinner, and then open the door and it's like, Hey,
Like,
who the fuck
bro,
are you?
what?
If I was the parent, like, yo, what the fuck happened to my kid?
Oh my god,
Who
that's
are you?
so terrifying. Okay, so overall, what did you think of the movie?
Overall, I think the movie's a good watch. I think like for a horror movie, it's like a 5. For horror,
You think it's 5?
for horror,
That's
yeah, nothing
crazy.
horrific happened.
Also, sorry that cutting off. It was Alison Brie that came back with James Franco's features added onto hers to play the mixture character, which they called Tilly.
Oh, so it was still the same.
So
person.
it was still the same girl. She just had prosthetics on her. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm not messed up for saying that. That looks
It's not
fucking
messed
creepy.
up. All right.
Because they looked fucking weird.
They look
but
disgusting, babe.
Anyway, continue.
But back to what I was saying. For a horror movie, it's a 5. For it gave me more like thriller, right? It gave me more thriller. So like for a thriller movie, it's a 7. So if I put it combined with 5, 7 is a 6 to me.
That's crazy.
Right? 5, 6, 7.
Don't do that.
All right,
Don't
all
do
right.
that.
But yeah, I would say it's a 6 to me. It's a good watch. Would I rewatch it again? Yeah, I'll probably rewatch it if there's multiple people that want to rewatch it with me.
Yeah.
But I won't rewatch it on my own.
That's
like I won't be
crazy.
like, oh, let me do an investigation and like let me learn everything about were there any foreshadowing? Was there any little tiny detail, little tiny hints about what's going to happen in the future in the movie? You know, some movies do that where it's like, oh, you could have, if you predicted,
Yeah.
you would have figured it out over
Yeah.
here. But I don't know, on my own I wouldn't. But with a group of people I would, because like they have that shocking
Yeah.
moment, especially like when you find out. There was multiple moments, but when you find out about like the other couple,
Yeah.
that they was like,
The
oh,
neighbor?
not the neighbor. Well, the neighbor was kind of shocking, but that was like towards the end.
Oh, the
but
one
there
with
was
the
like
pink hair?
the pink hair and the guy,
Yeah.
and you find out they was here before they went missing,
Yeah.
bro. And then when you find out they was in the cave,
Oh
that
my
means they was in the
God.
cave for the whole time.
The entire time. See, that's the thing that I don't understand, right? So, mind you, I give the movie a higher rating than you. I give it an 8 out of 10 because I actually really liked it. The thing that I don't understand, because we find out, like I said, that her neighbor is also part of this cult and he went through the whole process. So he's been living as this one person the entire time. And then he was like, it's better to like just go through it and merge because you don't want to deal with the alternative. I'm assuming the alternative is what happened with the hiking couple, that they end up morphing into this really ugly, disgusting creature, you know? And it's like, is it that they end up being like that because they're rejecting, you know?
I think so.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think, I don't think the movie says that, but I think it's that. Because the alternative is just like you're rejected to the point that you don't want to be together, and then it forcefully get together, and then you just morph into two. Like you're still one, like you're still individually one person, but you get stuck together, which is nasty, right? Compared to Dumb, when they love and embrace each other, and they just accept to go inside, and one of them have to accept to be inside of the other. And it's kind of like cool how they did it, where it's like, remember when we introduced the main character in the beginning of this podcast, where the main character Dave Franco, I mean there's two main characters, but Dave Franco, Tim was like basically like leeching off
of Millie
in a way, right? Because he didn't have anything sustaining for his life, like you don't have a career, a job, or anything that's meant for him, because he's kind of like a failure, and he rely on her to give him everything. It's kind of interesting at the end that he accepted to go inside her body, because in the relationship she's the one who provides everything. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty cool, you know.
So it's like he accepted to like merge with her to become. So do you think in a way, like when they do this merge, is it giving one person more control than the other? Because the thing that they merge into at the end looks more like her than him. You know. So
she's like the most dominant.
That's how it always was in the relationship. So I guess he just like accepted it.
He just accepted it. Like, all right, you're always been the most dominant. You know.
How do you feel about their final decision to merge together?
For me, I actually wanted them to. I wanted the alternative. Either I wanted a failure. Because I like bad endings in horror movies. It makes sense. It's horror. Like it's supposed to be scary. Like I don't want that to happen to me. Right. I mean, it could be horrific for a person that don't want to merge, right? But, you know, they made it seem like it's romantic.
It is romantic.
It is romantic.
I want to live in your skin.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, so, what's it called? But yeah, I it could be romantic and all that. I wanted the bad ending. Either they don't morph and they become like a weird abomination, right? Or he end up killing himself, and then she's just sad.
Yeah, not to sound messed up, I honestly wanted him to kill himself because it's like, in a way, throughout the entire movie, I do see him. Did you feel like he was leeching on her?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
1000%.
Because I do see that he was leeching on her, and it's just like, notice how he had more of an effect, where he was the one more being pulled towards her, because it's not like
it lasted longer too.
It lasted longer.
For her, it was like a few bursts, and then she got back to normal. With him, it was just like we had like it was like the full hour where he was just leeching because they both drink the water,
but he was more affected by it. You know, so it's not like she doesn't love him.
He's a bitch. That's why, 'cause he's a bitch, and that's why when you a bitch guy.
Exactly. You can't be a man.
You can't be a bitch. You can't be a bitch, man.
You see, it's funny, and I always say this. I'm like, you can't be a man and be useless. I feel like that's a double negative.
Yeah.
You know? To be a man and then be useless on top of it. And that's how I see him as. The only good thing is that he could, like, remove the rats from above.
That's the only good thing?
Because I would not be able to do that. I need to figure out what it was. There was something. I think it's like an experiment that when they tie a bunch of rats, like, tail together, that they end up like eating each other or something like that. It's this really weird experiment.
I heard of it, but I don't remember what the experiment is called.
I'm really afraid to look it up because I don't want to see the rats tied together.
Yeah, let's not look at it.
Yeah, that's gross. That's really gross.
I don't mind looking it up, but fuck it, let me look it up.
You sure?
Now you got me curious. Let me look that shit up. Oh, okay. It's not really an experiment. It's just
It's a phenomenon or something.
Yeah, it's called the Rat King.
A phenomenon.
Rat tied together, known as a Rat King, is a rare natural phenomenon where a group of rats become knotted with blood, dirt, or ice, binding them into a single mass. Traditionally seen as a terrifying bad omen linked to plague and witchcraft. Oh,
that makes sense. Why he found it in the house? Yes,
that was a cult. Okay.
Exactly. Is there a picture of a rat? I don't know.
No, it's just little tiny picture. Look. Oh, actually, you don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't want to see that. It looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked bad. Some scientists debate if all cases are natural or partially man-made hexes, but undeniable proof of similar phenomena in squirrels suggests it is a real. It's probably a real thing that happens between.
It's a real thing that actually happens.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So either the way how we interpret it, like humankind, we interpret it as like either bad omen or leadership control, where like some folklore suggested as the largest rat led the group, which others saw them as collective entities, right? And the other one is obviously witchcraft and evil, like evil spirit did that. And then like scientific explanations because of confinement and cold, like they got all together, and then the tail got tied up somehow, and then it froze, and then they can't get out. But they call it the Rat King.
Rat King,
I don't know why the fuck they call it the Rat King.
I don't know either. I don't know. Maybe they're
the last one alive, right? Is the king. He's like he tied everybody up, and he's a strategist. While everybody eating each other up, he's just hiding in the corner like
just laughing. I'm thinking maybe
I'm the
it's
Rat
like
King.
Like as they like get tied up together.
That's 6ix9ine right there.
Huh? What?
He's the Rat King.
That's wild.
While everybody eating each other up, he's in his match and he's chilling.
Rubbing his hand.
With his ankle, with his fucking
ankle bracelet.
The ankle bracelet. Yeah.
But I'm thinking as like you all like get tied up together, like your tails get tied up together, and it's like now you operate collectively as one. You know, because now you have to run around and do things as one giant rat in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Yeah, man, that's rat shit right there.
Yeah, but like literally, and then when he said that, right, when that happened in the beginning, where he came and he opened the light and then he took the thing of rats,
a bunch of rats,
because one of them was still alive. That's the crazy thing.
One of them was alive. Not really. He wasn't that alive.
No, but it was.
He just woke up like, yo,
put me back.
I don't know. Like, put me back. You were just like, ah,
and then
he died.
See, so the thing that I thought, because then after that, when that happened, Millie asked him, like something about smell or whatever it is, and he told her the story of when he was younger that there was a really bad smell in his room, and his dad would come in every day and be like, what the hell is that smell? You have to get rid of it. And then he cleaned his room, but the smell was still there. And then Tim said that his dad finally discovered that there was a dead rat on top of his light fixture, and every time he turned it on, it was cooking the rat. You get what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So he had mentioned that, and then he said that he was living with this, like dead smell the entire time, and he didn't realize it because it became normal. In a way, at first, I thought that he was relating it to their relationship. You get what I mean? Because remember earlier in the beginning, after she did the proposal and they went to bed, he was like, or I think she said that, oh, like, do you still want to be together? It's better if we split now because it's going to hurt later.
She said that, yeah.
She said that. But he also, when she proposed to him, was like basically frozen. Where it's like, do you want to be with me? Like, you get what I mean? What is that? So I thought he was like insinuating where it's like this was dead for a long time, but we've gotten so used to it being dead that...
But not we, he did.
Oh, he gotten so used to it being dead, or him being dead weight in a way, like a dead rat in a house, that this became normal for him. You get what I mean? That he's the dead rat, and she's basically smelling the dead rat, which is him, but she's so used to it, and it's become so comfortable that she don't even realize that it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I thought that was insinuating, which is why in the end, I thought maybe the merger would not work, because maybe they're not really compatible with each other, you know? Because there's like, that their relationship kind of seems like a more... I don't know if it's codependency is the right way to say it, you know?
No, it's just a dead relationship. In the beginning, it seems it was like not even. I don't know. I think the ending they just wanted to give a good ending.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should have went to the bad ending where they was not compatible. Because not gonna lie, throughout the whole relationship and what it seemed, it's just like it was a dead relationship. It was just like we only was together because of the years.
They look like they resented each other, you know? Like,
was it resentment?
Because
no,
remember
it
in the
like
beginning,
he resented her.
But she too, because when what's his name, Jamie came over, right, the other teacher, and they were having dinner, and then she was like, Millie. Well, they were talking back and forth, and he was like, Jamie was like, oh, the food is so good, and Millie's like, yeah, that's thanks to Tim, you know, da 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 da.
No, but she hyped him up, and then he started roasting her.
Yeah.
He's the one who started it first. And then she was like, well, if you're going to roast me, I'm going to roast you back.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the scene, it was like, okay, they all was together. And then I forgot her name. What's her name? Millie, right? Millie's talking with her coworker. Obviously, you brought your coworker to your place. You want to impress. So he's like, my significant other, he's like, I would die without him because I got so used to him cooking. I can't cook for myself. Yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah, you can't cook for yourself? Yeah, you can't cook for you. He was doing that shit, like loading.
It's like, so if I wasn't here, you'd be able to cook for yourself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you have resentment. Yeah. You're upset about something. Because he's hyped
mad.
You up.
Yeah, he's mad that he's dependent. You know what I don't understand, right? And I don't know if this is a man thing, but it's like, if you make yourself a loser, why are you mad when you are a loser?
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
Let me explain to you about the man's world.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
He blames her. That's it. That's it, bro.
That's what oh my God, that's what I don't understand. You have the opportunity. I'm pretty sure he has plenty of opportunities to either get a career, which is not like a defining factor of maturity, right? But get your shit together. You know, you have decided to move across the country or move to wherever in the middle of nowhere to be with your significant other because you're okay with it. It doesn't seem like you had anything going on for you anyways.
No, he had his music, remember? He had his music.
He had his music, right. Yeah. I'm sorry. He was a very good musician, apparently. Whatever. But the thing is, it's not even stopping him because when he has a gig, there's a train station that you can literally go back to get your... You know
anytime.
I mean? It's like the equivalent of, I feel like, moving from, let's say, Connecticut to, I don't know, Long Island or something. You get what I mean? Like, there's ways for you to get there. Yes, it's annoying, but there's still a way for you to get there. Like... Why are you making it seem like, oh, like I left everything for you? It's like, bro, first of all, you had a choice. You didn't have to. And on top of it, like you said, when he has so much resentment over her because he was like, oh, yeah, that's why I feel like trapped.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
She don't feel trapped.
Thank you. And mind you, you're the dead weight. Yeah. She's not the dead weight. No. But you feel trapped. Like, yo.
She could provide herself. She could do whatever she wants. She have a car. She do all the shit. You know what I mean?
I can't stand useless man. But then, to go back to, like, the story of his parents, I thought that it was related because he would have nightmares where he would see his mom like smiling and crying and his dad would be dead right next to him. You get what I mean? So I thought maybe they were also part of the cult.
Yeah, I thought right? so too.
Or at least the mom wanted to be part of the cult. Yeah. And maybe the dad was like, or maybe it was something where it's like turns out they weren't compatible, you know, and what ended up happening is either like I don't know, one of them dies or the merger doesn't work or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, see in my head now, I want to rewatch it because I want to see in the film when he would have that vision and see them, was she holding the dad? You get what I mean? Did it look like their arms were connected? Because that's something that we saw multiple times where Millie and Tim, their arms were like intertwined with each other, you know?
Multiple times.
Was the mom's arm intertwined with the dad? While they
I think that scene had nothing to do with the scene.
So why do you think the dad died? How do you think the dad died?
Bro, he was old as fuck, a heart attack. I don't know.
Think so?
It was probably something silly. It was probably something that have nothing related to the movie, like to the main plot.
Mm-hmm.
It was just him having trauma about something, about like dead things and dead way or whatever. And we're, trying to connect everything together. I don't think they have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyways. Tell you the truth, I don't remember either. Like, I remember that scene, but I don't remember, what's it called? I don't think they connect. I don't think they connect, yeah. I don't think they connect.
Who? The mom and the dad? Yeah. I was trying to see if
I don't think they connect.
No, I guess it has nothing to do with it.
I think because, like, he have no idea. If he has some connection with the cult, I think the movie would have played out in the sense where he the one who planning this.
Or like he would have been discovering more as he was in the house or something.
He would know something of it. Like, I seen this bell in my house or something. He would have said something around that thing. Yeah. But he didn't. He was just as confused as the woman. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So, like, the person who actually know about it, which is interesting enough, is when they invited, was the co-worker, and when they invited James, right? That's his name. Jamie, right? Yeah. When they invited him and they asked about when Tim asked Jamie about the religion around this place, he kind of give like a vague statement. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was like a group of people that had this religion and blah blah. Yeah. And then Tim was like, oh, like a cult. Yeah. And you could see Jamie got a little bit upset. Like, he was like, it's not really a cult, but I guess
it's a bunch of hippies, gathering for a church. And he's like, so a cult, Oh my god. So
exactly.
Weird.
And it would be other way around. You get what I mean? If Tim was like kind of knew about it a little bit, Jamie would have been,
that sounds like a cult.
Sound like a cult, and then Tim would be like, I don't know.
Because how wild would it be if it turns out they had a neighbor that was like old people, and it ended up being like Tim's parents? Right? That would be so fucking.
That would be a crazy twist.
Yeah, but they didn't do that.
They didn't do that, but it's alright. I mean, like the movie's good. Yeah. Like I said, 6 for me.
It's an 8.
It's rewatchable, but I will rewatch it with a group of friends.
Yeah, you wouldn't sit down and watch it by yourself.
I wouldn't, unless like if we're doing it again for the podcast. Yeah. Like, let's review again to give like better details. And I would do it. Yeah. But like as my own, like me as my own. No, I wouldn't.
What do you think of the sex scene?
Sex scene?
Were they in the bathroom?
Oh, when they got stuck. You know what's funny? You and I was like, yo, imagine they have sex.
I know.
We was like, imagine they have sex. Will they get stuck? And then the movie's like, let me answer that for you in a couple minutes.
Oh my god.
And they got stuck. So my thing is, like, she was bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Did he lost his dick?
That's what I'm wondering.
I was not hoping, because I would have.
I was hoping they showed it. Like,
no, I'm not gonna say that, but I was like thinking like remember the scene where they fucking right in the boys' bathroom, and then Jamie comes in and he sees that, like, he got caught basically. Jamie kind of knows, and he's like, he leaves because she was bleeding. Yeah. I thought they were gonna drop a little penis down there. Ooh, like half of his penis is like fell out of her vagina. Yeah. I thought they were gonna do that. And I'm like, oh my god. But then I'm like, okay, so like, does he still have a dick? Because now I understand why at the end he wanted to kill himself. Because he had no dick. He was just like, I know how to solve this.
I can't live like this.
And remember, he said, I should have done this a long time ago. You were suicidal, bro. You lost your dick and now you want to die.
Oh my god.
No, because like, think about it, right? Like, he said it at the end of the line when he's like, at the end of the movie, when he went to that cave and figured out what to do, he came back to killing himself. Like, I need to kill myself. Yeah. My thing is, why you gotta do it in front of her? You could have killed yourself
in the cave.
In the cave and left it there.
So what, you think him seeing her made him remember that he doesn't have a penis anymore?
Yeah. That's how deep it is. I'm in it. That's my conspiracy theory. I think he saw her and he was just like, I came to have sex. Damn. Because they fucking
what a waste.
Now I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh my god.
And make myself noble as if I'm saving your life.
So wild. Nah. Yeah, he could have just killed himself in the freaking
cave. He could have killed himself.
If he knew that's what he wanted to do. Because you being next to her would make it 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Like, be for real.
It's just, like I said, he's dead weight and he wanted an excuse to live. And he saw, like, if he did it in front of her, maybe she would be convinced to be together. Because maybe his plan was to be together with her anyways.
I think so. Because honestly, the thing that I noticed too, when at the end, when they decided to merge together, I still felt like, in a way, it was his decision. Because she willingly sacrificed herself. She was like, no, don't do it.
Remember, he had no dick.
Huh?
He has no dick.
Clearly, he has no dick. Like, that's... Yeah.
No, I mean, like, yeah, he has no dick because he lost
no balls. Because it's like, bro,
no
when
balls.
Yeah, like, you know, he's like, a guy got no balls.
Oh, you're talking about metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically, dick, no
I
balls.
think you mean physically. I'm like, I never seen that in the movies. How you look at his balls?
They never showed his balls. No, because, like, when it came to the end where it was, like, you know, like, oh my God, like the scene where she was at the guy's house and he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't have anywhere else to go. I was like...
Oh, that scene?
I don't know why I felt so bad.
Yeah.
That broke my heart.
You're just toxic, that's why.
Shut up.
You like that shit.
That was kind of cute, though. I'm not gonna lie. But when... Oh, yeah, it's kind of toxic. But when she was dying... Well, yeah, when she was dying and he brought her back, he was, like, basically gripping her. You get what I mean? Like, he literally put his hand inside of her arm to, like, save her.
Well, that's how you stop the bleeding, babe.
I know, but, babe, if you think...
What?
I know that, but still.
Why you did that?
Because that's too literal. Okay, we're trying to look at it from a non-literal point of view.
No, I get what you mean, but like that's why he's holding her because to stop the bleeding, and also what you're saying. I'm just adding into it. Sorry, that was toxic masculinity taking over me.
But like, you know, because like, okay, he was like holding her to stop the bleeding, but she didn't want the bleeding to stop. She was like, all right, I'm gonna die, just let me die. I'm gonna let you be free, you know? But he was just like, no, I need you. I can't live without you. So boom, I'm gonna save you. Even if you told me that you did not want to be saved.
Interesting, yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's like, in a way...
The patriarchy.
Yes, the patriarchy. I think that's the message of the movie.
I'm tired of that shit, man.
Fuck the patriarchy.
I hate the patriarchy, and I hate periods. Because it hurt women. I hate that shit.
No. I'm so stupid. But I don't know. I'm just so like... Usually in the movies, they make the women feel crazy, and you said that while we were watching it. I like in this one, it wasn't the woman who was going crazy first.
Yeah.
That he was the one losing.
I just hated one part of the scene where it was actually happening to her, where she was like being like very, like I guess, hypnotized by him. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, no, we're fine. I'm just going to go upstairs, you sleep down here.
Thank you.
He's like, yeah, that's good, but we should solve this. Like, you feeling what I was feeling. And then she was like, no, I'm good. Exactly. Close the door. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
And at night, they're like dragging themselves to each other. Bro, one of the stupidest scenes too is when that happened and they drag themselves to each other. Yeah. They had all of these Valiums with them. Instead of being like, let's just keep popping them, they're like, no, let's snort it.
Yeah, let's snort
it. Like, are you serious? I feel like that is just the stupidest thing to do ever. Yeah. But overall, I didn't like the fact that they merged together. I genuinely wanted like one of them to die, as messed up as it sounds, because I feel like living together, you know, realistically like that, you just lose your sense of self.
Yeah,
you know?
You do.
And I know like we can make jokes and be like, oh, like when I'm with my man, I just want to be in his skin. You get what I mean? I get that. I feel that. But like in the movie itself, it just looked like they had so much resentment for each other. Like I don't think
they didn't like each other.
They didn't
Genuinely
like each other.
Speaking, there was never a moment in the movie that I felt like, oh, there was a time that they liked each other. I couldn't see it. I didn't see no romance at all. It looked like more like we're just together because, you know, we've been together for a while. Yeah, I guess. Even when they was like walking around and like in the beginning, like when they went in the woods and they were just walking around and like, come on, babe, let's go walk around. I didn't feel like there was like a relationship. I just felt like they just like, well, we're here, I guess. Yeah. Like that type of attitude. Yeah. And then when they fell in the cave and he was just like, oh, fuck, my phone.
Oh, my music was on it.
My music was on it. And the girl was like, all right, I'm fine.
I'm fine, too.
I'm fine, babe. And it's like, yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Exactly.
That's
like,
fucked up.
You don't care about
and like,
her.
I think what the movie showed very well was that she was the one holding the relationship because she was so forgiving, she was so loving, she was so caring,
so supportive,
and so supportive. While the opposite, which is Tim, he wasn't that. Like anything that the girl went through, he wouldn't really solved it. It would just be like, oh, babe, you solved it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, and the one thing that he actually did, which was, you know, move with her to get a job. It's just like, this is still benefiting you in a way because you're moving into a house that's already paid. Everything's already fine. Everything's secured. And you still get to do your music.
Yeah. And like she leaves you alone.
Thank you. Like, you still have the whole day to do your fucking music.
She's like the least demanding girlfriend.
Exactly.
But she don't demand as much. And you know another thing that I found interesting was at the very end. At the very end of the movie. This is what I'm saying. Like, it goes what you were saying. Where they don't look like they're compatible.
Yeah.
She was like, she comes back and she's like, you went to the cave, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this guy don't fucking listen.
He doesn't listen.
You get what I mean? Listen. And he's like, yeah, I did. I know how to solve it. Didn't she tell you to sit put?
Thank you.
You get what I mean? I'm not saying like, oh, you know, listen, she have the parents' relationship. I'm not even talking about that. But like, even that alone, at the very end, where your life depends on it.
Yeah, you still don't listen.
You still don't listen.
And I don't think they're compatible because, you know, and it's like, no shade to anyone who looks like their combination. But like, when you look at Jamie and how he looks as a combination, he looks like a normal person. You get what I mean?
As a combination? Because
Jamie is a combination of the two people, the two guys.
Oh, okay,
I mean?
yeah.
They just look like a normal guy. You get what I mean?
When they combine, yo.
When Tilly or Millie, yeah, their name is Tilly combined. But Tim and Millie combined together, I know that's like, you know, maybe just like an androgynous being right there, but they did not look good.
They probably did James Franco. Probably in the production team, they did James Franco, and they're like, that looked horrible.
That looked horrible.
That shows you guys the other side. They probably look like, oh my god, I know this is a horror movie, but we supposed to have a good
ending. I just feel like they didn't look good together. Yeah. You know, it didn't fit. Like, you could tell, like, she was miserable.
Bro, they did a fusion. This is Dragon Ball in real life.
So stupid. Fusion.
They did a fusion.
Yeah.
An ugly looking fusion.
No, that was disgusting. Mind you, I don't like body horror. I don't know why we keep it. Well, I keep getting these body horror movies.
No, you like body horror, babe.
It's the scariest
you
one
like
to me.
that shit.
But either way, finishing up this movie together, overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Good movie. Won't watch it by myself again.
Damn.
Not because I'm scared.
Yeah, you scared. I saw you were shaking.
I was tempted. I was like, wait, take it off. Oh, wait.
Stop, no.
But, yeah, I won't watch it by myself, but with a group, I will put it on because I know it's interesting enough to get the group watching.
Yeah.
But, nah. Yeah. Like, it's good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
It's watchable.
Yeah, it's watchable. I would say it's better than all the Hulu fucking horror movies or like Netflix horror movies. I feel all of them are fucking AI.
Yeah, honestly, all of them is freaking written by AI. This one's good. Nice.
Let's go. Scene.